Hello, welcome to Krafting Kitty. My name is Erin and it is Tuesday, which means it is time to tackle it. What are we tackling? Well, this channel has had one overarching theme for the year, which is taming, controlling, tackling, getting ducks generally gathered. We've had some successes. Mondays, I am supposed to do Yarn Management Monday, which I did not do this week. Tuesdays, okay, so Mondays we try to control my yarn collection. We look at things I have out. We talk about whether or not I have ideas for it, uses for it. Do I even want it anymore? And then we decide what to do with the yarn. On Tuesdays, we tackle the whips, the projects that have been lingering, not being loved as much as they should, and we try to bring some of those to completion. The Tackle It hashtag was created by Shannon from Another Yarn. Hello, Shannon. And she invites you to use it in whatever way makes sense for you. We are both tackling whips in slightly different ways. I forgot about this. I was at Walmart with Bingo. This weekend was birthday weekend. We had birthday parties galore. So went to Walmart to try to get some presents, and they had these listed as like charms in their Halloween like jewelry section. I don't know about you, but these look like stitch markers to me. So the little lady and I each got a set. They were $5. They're adorable. It says, "Hey Boo." There's a spider web, there's a pumpkin, there's a glittery kitty, there's a spider with a gem stuck to its butt, and then this is like a little pearlescent plastic thing that has a little smiley face, like a little ghosty. They're adorable. I also got this cute little cauldron because I thought I could put stitch markers in it, because I had, so a few years ago Ray was doing some resin and she made this cute little mushroom container that's full of stitch markers, and then Thriss sent this little container that had some bells in it with one of her full spectrum things, and the monthly colors. So I put a bunch of stitch markers in there, but now I'm overflowing. So, more stitch markers. I know I don't need to buy any more stitch markers, but they're all so cute, and you guys are so talented and won't stop making fantastic things. So, anyway, let's get back to it. Focus, Erin, focus. I don't need this anymore. I dealt with that. Okay, so we're tackling my whips. I've been doing 2-week runs on projects. I have a focus project that I return to every 2 weeks, and I work on it for 2 weeks, and I go to a new project, then I go back to my focus project. I've skipped a couple of tacklets. So last week was supposed to be the end of my work on my Book Dragon mosaic blanket, and then I was going to start working on my focus project, my Spectre sweater by Hohi Locatelli. I'm using my 2023 Advent yarn from Ginger Snap. They made a beautiful fade. It's going to make a gorgeous sweater. I cannot wait to finish this. So I do have in here my blanket, the dragon. That's the bottom. Where's the top? There we go. So I can show you. Uh-oh. Where's my stitch marker? Oh, there it is. Phew. The work I did do for that 1 week, I was trying to do 3 rows a day. I did more like a row a day, which it got touched. That's 7 more rows closer to completion. I am well past, well, not well past. I am just past the halfway point now. So here we go. This is where I stopped, and that's where I am. I actually think you do see a good development of the book and the dragon. So I think when I'm looking at it in my lap, I don't see it, but I noticed when I watched back the video last week, it showed up pretty nicely. So the Book Dragon is by Ashley Brotzel, and this was a project that Ray and I were doing together. Ray finished hers. It's gorgeous in greens. Oh, it is beautiful. She did the interlocking mesh mosaic, and I did the interlocking crochet. Wait, no. So she did the interlocking mesh. I'm doing the over, what's it called? There's two different, overlay crochet, overlay mosaic crochet. The pattern contains instructions for both. So if you are intimidated or interested, if you're intimidated by one type of mosaic, or if you're really interested in trying one type, it's not a bad pattern to try to grab to try that. So I did work for that this last week. I did pull out Spectre and I started working on it. This gray mini just will not end. I don't know what it is, but I'm still not done with it. I was hoping to do a mini a week. Last time I pulled it out, I was doing half a mini a week. This time, I did a quarter of a mini. I've probably got like a quarter of the mini left. So, in my optimism, I did pull out the next color. It's down on the kitchen table. That's where I have my Swift and winder. So I'm going to wind it up in hopes I get to it this week and I can tie it on. But, you know, progress is progress. It's closer to completion. These are dastardly small little stitches. I'm working the sleeves at the same time, but this whole week I've just been working on the body because I did the sleeves last time we had her out. And here she is. I am down. So I've split for the sleeves. It wants to curl up because it's basically reverse stockinette with little details in stockinette. No, yeah, I guess I call that stockinette. Anyway, so it's reverse stockinette with a knit stitch periodically to make a little ridge detail. And there we go. I will just keep going. That's the plan. I'm going to keep out working this for the next week. Like I said, I've got the next mini out and ready to spin into the little mini cake and do it. Now these are 20 gram minis, which makes them, I think they're roughly 92 yards. Oh, I think I buzzed. I did. Good. As Brian texted me real quick, I should text him back. I asked if I could call him because I needed to have an executive decision, and I'm not capable of making these decisions sometimes because Bingo is too darn cute. The high school dance team has a fundraiser where they sell homecoming shirts, and in years past they had made them available on a website so you could purchase them if you were outside of the high school. This year, for some reason, they said, we're not doing that anymore, sorry. So I was like, oh, that's a bummer. I would have, you know, bought each kid a homecoming shirt. Why not? I support the dance team. But if I'm going to have to go find some rigmarole and bribe a high schooler to go pick it up for me, I'm not doing that. So apparently they got that feedback from a number of people. I just kept it to myself. I didn't leave it as feedback. But they just today opened it. And they opened it for a very short window for you to order online. And they had the big, giant, like, cheerleading bows for the hair. What color to get Bingo? I am not prepared to make those decisions. I did decide, though. Now, I had texted Brian if I could call him so he could just make the executive decision. Because she loves purple, but then you get the multicolored one. I went with the multicolored because they, she recently got a plain purple big bow for her hair. So I thought, even though it has the school, like, district logo on it, getting the multicolored was the better plan. I did grimace at paying $10 for it because I know I can whip those up. It's just some gross gain ribbon, you know? And, but it is because it is a fundraiser, I am willing to pay for it and get the girls whatever they need for their dance team stuff. Actually, I don't know if the dance team has any boys. There are older boys who take classes at Bingo's dance studio, but I don't know if they are doing anything with the school or if they just do it for their own fun. All right, love to you all. I will hopefully see you tomorrow. Tomorrow I should... Facial recognition on the computer is a little annoying. I've lost my train of thought. I was busy letting the computer see my face. It doesn't like it when I'm talking, and if it has me, it's like scanning my face. It also doesn't like it if I take my glasses off, which is weird, because I thought it was supposed to recognize you both. But who knows. Going off on another tangent. I'm so sorry. Let me know what you're tackling these days, if anything, or are you starting to get on the holiday gift train? It's coming, faster than we think. I'm not making anything this year. If I finish that blanket for bingo, she'll get that, but I'm not quite sure. Okay, I love you. I will talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.